Hey everyone, Stuart here. Are you finding like it's hard to get a job in the US, even for CPT, for internships, or OPT for full-time offers? I'm going to show you 3 tips that are going to solve that problem for you in this video. And if you haven't yet, please like and subscribe, comment in this video so that I can give you the advice that you need. Very few people are actually subscribed among those who watch, so I'd love for you to become one of my subscribers. Ariel, one of my students, used this information to gain an $8,000 monthly internship at a Fortune 100 firm just by applying the steps here. And she found that very late into her job hunt, just before summer was starting. That's just an example. Alvin used what I'm going to be teaching here in this video to get his full-time offer at JPMorgan in New York City, living the dream life as it was for him. The first point I want to make is about mindset. If you have already drawn the conclusion that it's too hard to find a job or you can't find a job, you've taken yourself out of the game. You stopped trying. Now, sometimes stopping to do certain things is the right move. For example, applying online, it doesn't work. And so maybe you're right to actually have stopped. That process is very destructive to mental health and just doesn't work. But if you've taken yourself out of the game entirely, that means you haven't been open to trying something different, and you're certainly not taking any effort to reach out to companies. So if your mindset is like that, that's the first thing to explore and see if you can change. Another reason you're finding the job hunt hard is that you might have drawn just the wrong conclusion about the job hunt here in the United States. A lot of times people spend months applying to hundreds of jobs, getting very few interviews, none at the jobs they really want, firms they really like, and then a couple interviews at kind of some firms they don't really know or like, and they don't get an offer. They reach the conclusion that there's something wrong with them, that there's something that's missing about their experience or their ability or their school pedigree, and they conclude that it's hard to get a job. Actually, they've made the wrong conclusion. The better conclusion to make is that applying online and trying to wait to hear back just doesn't work. So if you've proven that to yourself by applying to hundreds of places, you have the data. That data doesn't support that there's a problem with you. Just the way you're going about the job hunt isn't correct. So before you jump to the conclusion that it's too hard to get a job in the United States, let's look for other explanations as well. So is this content resonating with you? Is it helping you? Please like this video below so that I know that it's hitting home. And then if you have more information, more videos you want me to produce, just comment below and I'll do that. Point 3 that I wanted to share here is that companies are hiring all the time. So yeah, there may be 1 or 2, 5 or 10 firms that have a recruiting season and then they end their recruiting season and they close recruiting. That is the minority of the firms that are out there. My vast majority of firms are continuing to always hire new people as they show up. So much of the job hunt is just showing up for these companies. And when they conclude that you're a great fit for what they want, then they hire you. So don't get stuck in the feeling like recruiting is over, no one's hiring. Okay, on campus, you might be getting that sense if you're on a campus that recruiting is done, or maybe Handshake doesn't have much out there. But really, most firms are in constant hiring mode, and you want to consider that. The 4th point is that getting a job is just as simple as reaching out and talking to people. You also want to do that. When you think about sending your application out to a firm, you want them to invite you to speak to them. Well, you don't need to necessarily follow that one approved approach to getting interviews and offers. There's another approved approach to doing this whole thing, which is just to create a list of companies, find the leaders in those companies through LinkedIn, and then message them to get them on a call. And then speak to them on the call about your interest in them and in their firm, and get referrals to more people inside the company, leading to interviews and offers. So this point here is that getting a job is just as simple as setting goals, setting a target, a list of people that you want to contact, and then reaching out. And we don't expect that every single call or message will result in an interview or an offer, but there are certain ways to message people that are effective. There are correct ways of understanding networking, and there are incorrect ways of understanding networking. And if you have a vision of networking for you right now that doesn't feel great and that isn't leading you to actually take the steps, then you just need to change your vision and understanding of networking. And I have some resources down below which can help you achieve that. Hey, has this been helpful to you? What else would be helpful to you in your job hunt? I'm going to be producing more videos similar to content relating to getting interviews and offers for people without any prior experience. Thanks for stopping by, and be sure to subscribe and like if you haven't yet.